I use hands to help my fellow man. I use hands to do just what I can. And when I'm faced with an unjust injury, then I change my hands to fists of fury. Welcome to Nerds Gone Rogue, episode 126. Yeah, I got it right. My name is Matthew Keel. I am at Infinite_Rewind on every social media platform I choose to accept. You'll notice I'm not wearing sunglasses tonight. I ran out of contact solution, and if I don't wear contacts, I am blind. So you're getting this face.
And the sexy glasses. Some sexy specs.
My sexy nerd glasses, my sexy Wu-Tang Christmas hoodie.
Yeah.
Moose's true form comes out when he drinks 2 IPAs.
2 double IPAs on my first single IPA.
Along with me are our video-in-chief, Corey Deering, at CoreyInHD86, everywhere but PSN, where he is the 4th Rogue Spartan. How are you, sir?
Good. Tired,
cool.
But good. Doing good. I'm just doing good.
How are the Browns?
They won this weekend again in Denver. Say it, man. They're on a winning streak. This is the first time we've beaten Denver since 1990.
Awesome.
Yeah.
That's rough, man.
Mathematically, we're still in the playoff hunt.
And bringing similar double IPA fueled energy to the show. Moose, Shark, Clue.
Maybe I wasn't done, Matt, explaining my.
Well, don't worry, we'll get to
Browns suck.
We're not. Yeah, it's true.
We're 7-7. Are y'all even like 6-8?
We're 6-7-1 right now.
Yeah, that's right. We're still better.
I was rooting for you guys against the Rams last night. So.
Dude, I can't believe they pulled that out, man. I can't believe they won.
Did the Eagles beat the Rams?
Yeah, they won
30-23.
Shit.
Yeah,
the Rams were going down the field, and I guess they didn't get a touchdown.
I hope someone picked up Nick Foles for fantasy last night.
I don't play fantasy football, so it's not a concern of mine.
I like how that's when Moose becomes all business. I don't play fantasy.
No, I don't know. I don't got enough time on my hands to play video games I own, let alone worry about fantasy football.
All right, so Corey, back to the Browns.
Yeah, they're mathematically not eliminated yet. Let me tell you how the Browns can make the playoffs. Are you ready?
Yeah, wild card.
We have to win out, which means beating the Ravens in Baltimore and beating the Bengals at home. They both have to lose the other game that they play this season. So the Ravens and Bengals have to lose out. The Titans and the Colts must tie in week 16 when they play each other and lose the week before.
Oh, so you guys aren't mathematically done. You're psychologically.
We're not mathematically done. Still possible.
I mean, sure.
There have been a lot of ties in the NFL this year.
That's true.
Also, the Dolphins need to lose one of the next 2 games.
There's very little I know about It's Always Sunny in Philadelphia, but you are sounding very much like the Pepe Sylvia thing. Right
also, the Steelers must lose at least one game, I think. Yeah. Steelers must lose one game.
So, Moose, what do you want to bet? that, like, opposite where Corey's sitting right now, behind his monitor where we cannot see, there's like a bunch of pictures on a wall with red yarn, like being pulled around.
I'm a Browns fan.
Like it's like follow the numbers.
Yeah. Yeah, there's a lot of conspiracy there. There's a lot of hope.
He's definitely.
There's a lot of I need all this to happen.
Full on JFK.
But, I mean, seriously, the Eagles won the Super Bowl last year with the insanity that they had going on. So,
yeah.
I mean, I'm sure the Browns can make this playoffs.
Yeah, and I really hope they keep Greg Williams as their head coach.
Did you watch any of Hard Knocks?
I did not.
I know this year it was the Browns.
It was, but we don't have HBO.
Oh, okay. Well, I was listening to Waypoint Radio, and they were just deep diving on the Browns because of that series, and I might actually check it out because it sounds like a cool thing.
Yeah.
Except for the fact that you basically know the head coach in the series is a dead man walking.
Yeah. Yeah. Anyways, Hugh Jackson, man, I'm glad he's gone.
Yeah, Wolverine.
Huh?
Yeah, Wolverine.
Wolverine.
Oh, sorry, you said Jackson, not Jackman.
Yeah.
My bad.
Yeah.
Look at you. Look
I
at
saw
me on the recently.
I saw this meme today before we actually get to the real show. It says, Hugh Jackson is an amazing coach. He's the only coach to put two teams in the same conference in last place in the same season. Because he's an assistant coach for the Bengals now.
Oh, jeez.
Oh, man. It's awesome. It's awesome.
Feeling better, Moose? Because you're still muted. No, he's
I'm trying. All right.
He's listening to his Metal Fish song or whatever.
For fuck's sakes, Corey. It's the metal version of Baby Shark. All right?
Yeah.
I don't know what any of that means.
Well, you have a kid. You better learn. All right?
Yeah, that's
You'll
true.
find out what Baby Shark is.
No.
Oh, man.
She's gonna watch Disney like a real
I would love it if Riley just becomes the biggest Baby Shark fan in the world.
Oh, yes. Yes.
Oh, we gotta make
Anyways,
this happen.
I was just trying to make sure I wasn't sneezing anymore. That's why I was still muted. I'm fine. I just want to make sure.
That's all I was concerned about. I want to make sure you're good.
Lee Navarro's in the chat saying he hates Baby Shark. You haven't listened to the metal version, buddy.
Yeah, listen to the metal
Apparently,
version.
you got to get your kids.
Better.
You got to get your kids pumped on that. You got to be like, there's no more K-pop version. There's only metal.
Yeah.
Only metal.
Or you could listen to Baby Metal. There we go.
That's true. You can listen to Baby Metal out of Japan.
Or shark metal.
That's always a good time.
Word.
Shark metal.
I don't even know if there is a shark metal. Okay.
I'm going to assume shark metal's not a thing, but that's cool too.
I don't think it is, but
it is.
If it is,
as the resident music guy here,
oh yes,
I know that there is such thing as.
Please, Corey, explain it to us.
I will. Shark metal is when a group of sharks just start eating each other, and someone records it and then turns it into a metal song. Yeah. Yeah.
Video games, ladies and gentlemen. Video games. Corey, what are you playing? Please do better than what you just did.
I've been playing a few things. I unlocked all the characters in Smash.
Congratulations, sir. I know you said last time that was a struggle.
It was hard as balls, dude.
Yeah, okay.
It was hard.
Although balls are quite soft, but sure.
Not these ones.
Ooh.
These balls were hard. But
These boots are made for
I've been testing a lot of new characters, like Simon and Richter Belmont. Pretty cool characters, gotta say. A lot of the Fire Emblem characters feel a lot alike, except for the two characters from Fire Emblem Fates. They just turn into dragons, which is kind of cool. But I don't really know how you're going to use them. I don't really understand how to use these characters. So, but King DDD still my main.
Nice.
Which one is
penguin. Big dumb Kirby penguin.
Oh God.
with the hammer.
Of course, the fucking okay. Penguin with a hammer. Now you have me back. But like,
it's big. It's a big dumb hammer, and
of course it's a dumb Kirby thing.
in the back of it turns into a rocket thruster, so he hits harder. It's kind of cool. So, yeah,
cool.
So, yeah. Also, I've been using Donkey Kong a little bit. So
Donkey Kong's a good time.
He's cool too. But yeah, I've been playing that, and then I've been playing a little bit of Ukulele was on sale on the Switch eShop this week. So
cool.
I've been playing that, and it has no shame in saying, "Hey, we're Banjo-Kazooie impersonators," because that's what this game is. And the guy that gives you all the moves' name is Trouser Snake. It's pretty funny. Yeah, he's a snake that wears he's a snake that wears like short shorts, but like his snake body goes through down one leg and up through the other one, and it just kind of sticks out the other end. It's kind of funny.
He's a snake where that's good.
Yeah, he's pretty funny. And then
I don't want to play this game now.
And Shovel Knight's in the game.
Awesome.
Shovel Knight gives you a quest. It's kind of cool. It's kind of cool to see that character in 3D. I haven't seen him in Smash yet because he's an assist trophy. By the way, anybody listening right now, you should go watch Yacht Club's YouTube video of them playing Smash and discovering Shovel Knight in the game. It's awesome. It's like
did they not know?
No, they knew he was in there, but like they didn't really know what all he was doing or whatever. And like them discovering him like doing the down move, like the down shovel move, and like doing like the baseball swing with the shovel and knocking someone off stage. It's like the feel good video of the year in video games. It's awesome.
Oh, so they pretty much were like, "Hey Nintendo, use our character's moveset and do what you want with it," right? Mm-hmm. And they just kind of did what they wanted, which is cool.
Yeah, but it's real cool.
Nice. That's good.
What else? I was playing something else too. It must not have been that important because I don't really remember. We had company this weekend, so didn't really play a lot. But ukulele is real fun. If you like Banjo-Kazooie or just platformers in general, it's pretty awesome. Although I'm sure people who want to play platformers are probably playing Spyro or something by now. So
right.
But ukulele is a good time.
Well, I think
so. It's a good game to go back to on a sale.
True.
Well, yeah, I think a lot of the main criticism of ukulele when it was initially released was that it's the Banjo-Kazooie people doing not Banjo-Kazooie, and it's also them doing it very unimaginatively, I guess.
I mean, it's straight up Banjo-Kazooie. It's the same sounds, same sound effects, the same.
I think it's the same.
Instead of puzzle pieces, you're collecting pages to a book. Instead of like Jingos, you're harvesting ghouls, and like it's Banjo-Kazooie. Like every single step in every mission is Banjo-Kazooie. Mm-hmm. But it just done in like imagine if Banjo-Kazooie was done in the filter of Conker's Bad Fur Day.
Okay,
is what it reminds me of. Just because there's a lot of like silly adult jokes in there that are just right, like Trouser Snake. It's funny.
Right.
it is.
It's funny.
It's a one-eyed trouser trap.
Okay, I'm going to move to what I've been playing. Still masochistically dealing with Spelunky. I came real close this week. Moose saw me get to Yama.
Yep. Didn't end well. Again. Sadly. Hey, you learned something for the next time.
Yeah. Yeah, and I've not been able to get close since. It's been annoying me. But also played a little more of... What did I play more of? Played a little more of something that I don't remember. But I also tried Black Ops 4.
Rush. You played on Rush.
Yeah, I know, but that's after this.
Okay, sorry.
I played Black Ops 4. I played with our buddy here, Moose. I also played with Alan and Jason played a little bit, and then was there someone else?
No, well, it was my cousin Christian until Jason jumped in with us. Yeah, and then we finished the night off with you, me, Alan, and Jason. And then I went to bed and y'all did whatever.
Yeah, we played more, and then
on the West Coast, so he's like 3 hours behind us. So
yeah, we played a little bit more. We got to where Alan and I were doing duos and just getting stomped out of the game real quick, and we did that. We were chatting about like hip hop and Red Dead, and the best thing about Blackout is when you like, you know how in Fortnite you go into that little loading area where everyone can just do whatever and be stupid. Well, I started the mini game of chase the moose and just punch him. And it got to the point where I would just run to wherever moose was in this stage, just punch him as much as I could. Well, then we would get all these strangers just doing the same thing. And then eventually Moose is like, I'm sick of this. So he starts running. So then Alan, Jason, and whoever else and I would chase Moose all throughout the loading level. It was a good time. Game of the year, really.
The funniest part was there's a place called the Docks, and it's like basically like an area where there's like a boat being built and like semi-truck tanker, like, you know, cargo tank holders or whatever.
Yeah.
And so like we're going to drop in there, and I'm like, screw this, I ain't landed. So like I float out into the water and hit the water and just start swimming for the coast on the other side. They didn't even know. Like they hadn't started looking for me yet. And I'm already like on the other side of the coast, like picking up armor and a gun, and Jason's trying to come swim across and hit me, and I'm shooting him from the shore, and I'm just like, screw this. I'm like, get the hell out of here.
forget the actual rules. Make your own fun.
Yeah, exactly. We were like, they just need to make like a Blackout mode where it's just like fisticuffs.
Yeah.
Let's just have
slappers only.
They didn't do Battle Royale slappers only. Like that needs to happen.
Or like, here's the game mode. So like you load into the game loading mode, and so you just run around and do whatever you're doing. But then when you load into the actual game, there's no dropping out of the ships. You just load in on the ground in a condensed area, and everybody's just run around like. Because, like, you know, people are going to be able to figure it out. So you just, like, run around and start punching people. And then you'll be like, oh, this guy's dead. This guy's dead. Oh, crap. People are starting to figure it out. And then you got to, like, run for your life or something.
Yeah.
It was a legit good time. I was playing pretty much almost all afternoon. Like, I started around 2, 3 o'clock with Alan, and we rolled into Blackout. And so we started playing, and then my cousin Christian joined in. The three of us were playing, and then Matt, you got on. You messaged me. You're like, "Are you on?"
Mm-hmm.
And then that made me realize that I was in a private party, so like you couldn't join my party. And so like we were in a match when you messaged me, and I'm like, "All right, well, as soon as I die," I told Alan, I was like, "I'm gonna we'll stay in. We won't deploy again until like I can get, I got to make the party unprivate. I'll add Matt." Mm-hmm. And if he wants to play, we'll just get him in the round. I think you were still downloading something, so you're like the next one.
I was trying to install Onrush.
Yeah, so you're like, okay, well, we'll go another round, and then you were in the party. We were just waiting to get you in the game, and then once we got you in the game, so we played a bunch of rounds of the traditional quad, which is basically squad. You get 4 players. It's called quad because there's 4 players. So there's basically solo. There's duos, which is 2 players, and then they have quads, and then they have quads close quarter, and quads close quarters is basically pistols, submachine guns, and shotguns, and then the circle closes extra quickly, so like it actually speeds up the game, and
I feel like that's a game changer in the Battle Royale space.
Well, yeah, and Fortnite's been doing that. Fortnite's had that, like where it'll actually like the circle will close faster. So I don't think it's anything new, but it is a game changer for Blackout. There are pluses and minuses for both of the traditional quad and the close quarter quad. Towards the end there, I was kind of like, I just want to go back to quad for a while, get some nice. I think it was mainly because I was out of my comfort zone. So I think if I played a little bit more, I wouldn't have a problem with it. But I like getting like an assault rifle and like really like having time to plan things. Whereas in like you drop in, you pick up a submachine gun, you kill some people, and you gotta like run. Like the circle is like far away from you. You gotta find a vehicle, or you have got to have guessed pretty close to where the circle is for you not to have to run for it. But it closes, it's like 30 seconds before it starts closing, and then it closes rapidly, so it's faster than the traditional mode. And so you're just like I mean, the last round we were playing, you rezzed Alan while the circle was closing in on you guys, and then we all started bolting. And I think you and I were on the ATV.
We were close enough to the edge that we could make it.
We were on the ATV, and I think you died on the ATV. Alan died because he didn't have any health packs.
He was in the...
He was like, wait, we were like, dude, we can't save you.
He was like, we tried, man.
We can't.
You're too far away.
we gotta work for the team. But anyways, and then I think you were on the back of the ATV, and I was driving, and then you died. And I made it outside the circle and was able to. I could only heal myself so far with what I had, and then I was getting shot at shortly after I made it outside the circle. But it's a lot of fun. Like if you get a crew, moving along and share resources. I pick up everything I come across except for weapons, ammo. I'll pick up ammo. I don't even care if I don't have the weapon for it, because I might pick it up and it might actually be better than what I have. So then I want to have that ammo for me. I pick up health packs like crazy. There's trauma kits. So there's little band-aids which do a certain amount of health. Then you have a med kit, and then you have a trauma kit. And so I'll pick those all up, and then I'll just be like, hey, do you need some meds? Yeah, I need some meds. Just divvy it up and throw it out there for people to be able to survive. Hey, what gun do you got? I was like, do you even have a gun? Yeah, I got a gun, but I don't have an alternate gun. Okay, we'll pick up this gun, and I won't take it. You know what I mean? I already have 2 guns. I don't need to take another gun. I just want this gun if you already have a gun, And
Yeah.
so you just try and work with your teammates to give each other the best weapons possible, and I mean, it's a freaking blast. Like I said, we played all afternoon. I played all afternoon yesterday, and then into the evening, and I think I didn't go to bed till 11:30 our time, and which was past my bedtime. But I was just I was having too much fun.
Yeah, it was Blackout was a lot of fun. It was funny at dinner tonight. I was Reba asked how'd last night go? I said I played Call of Duty. She's like, wait, what? I'm like, yeah, I played Call of Duty, and it was a good time. No, but I think I like Blackout mode more than Fortnite, not because of for a couple reasons. A, Call of Duty shooting is still phenomenal,
top notch. It's top notch.
I think they still do.
I'll give it that.
I think they still I haven't played Halo in a very long time, but I think they still do online multiplayer console shooting better than anybody else. Even those wonderful folks at Bungie, I think Call of Duty shooting is better than Destiny's.
Dude, Destiny compared to Call of Duty, and even Halo 5, Destiny feels ancient.
Yeah,
it just feels ancient, and as someone who's played all 3 recently, in the last month or so, it's boy, going to Destiny feels
slow.
It just feels archaic, man.
And
it's slow. It's just, I don't know what it is, man. I don't know if the 60 frames a second makes it feel that way, or if just the speed of Halo and Call of Duty makes it feel that way. But man, Destiny.
Clarify for the listeners and viewers, he is talking Destiny 2. He says Destiny, but you mean Destiny 2.
Well, I'm talking both in general. They both feel similar. I mean, Destiny 2 is a little bit faster and a little bit whatever, but when you compare it to Halo 5 and Black Ops 4, it's just man, I don't want to go back. So that's all. That was my 2 cents.
Well, we also, we were playing Blackout, and then
we also tried another mode.
We tried another mode called Safeguard, and I've mentioned it before. And Safeguard is a lot of fun, because Safeguard, it's an objective-based game, because you have to move your robot from your base to the enemy's base in a certain amount of time, or vice versa. You have to stop the robot from getting into your base. The problem was, and this is a dig on all of us, we're all shit players, and we should all not be on one team.
Yeah.
So like when we were playing, we were getting like we were getting like tore up. It was like we were getting spawn killed. It was insane. Like there was like and to be honest, in like Jason and I have played it before. I don't know if Alan's played it before. I know you haven't. So like you're not like I play Safeguard like by myself, maybe with one other person. Like I'll play with Jason sometimes and maybe Jeff. Like so there's at most like 3 of us in a party. But like to have that amount of people and really not, you know, kind of know what we're doing. It's kind of hectic. So you're gonna get your teeth kicked in.
Yeah.
And we got our teeth kicked in, and then we just switched right back to Blackout. But Safeguard is a lot of fun, man. I recommend checking it out by yourself. Play with a team, and then the other mode that we usually play is Kill Confirm.
Okay.
I didn't even bring that up because we were like, let's just go back to Blackout. Like I was like, hey, do you guys want to go to Blackout? As soon as you guys said yes, I'm like, let's do it, because even I wanted to go back to it because we were having so much fun with it. Mm-hmm. And I was like, we'll try Kill Confirm some other time. And Kill Confirm it's as chaotic as Safeguard, but you at least have a winning chance because you just have to pick up dog tags. So as long as you're picking up dog tags, deny either your teammates denying a kill or the enemies confirming a kill, you know, you have a better advantage. You have a better chance than Safeguard for right now. I mean, if everybody plays it, we'll all get it good at it eventually. But
with regard to Safeguard specifically, I think that sort of shows where a game like Overwatch is so successful, because in Call of Duty there's no particular roles. There's no sure, each class has its own abilities, but let's be real, you're basically you're a small variant of the same thing. Whereas in Overwatch, like there's a way to build a team to where everybody can be successful doing their thing.
Yeah.
And like, I mean, it's clear that like I don't belong in a Safeguard arena for Call of Duty, but I can get into Overwatch and I can be Reinhardt or Mercy or Lucio or even Zenyatta and find a way to handle myself.
Handle business.
Yeah, and so like I'm not sitting here saying one is better than the other, but it's really nice to look at like a first person shooter landscape that we have now and say, hey, this isn't the only game in town anymore.
Yeah, and like you can find something that suits you.
Exactly, and I was actually like, as frustrated as I was during Safeguard, and I was like to the point of anger. Like, I was really trying to hold back this is fucking terrible. I know I'm probably the worst person here, but this fucking sucks. But I was actually more in awe of like how far the genre of the style of first person shooting has come, because it seems like no more than 6 years ago, like there was no other way to do it other than deathmatch. Like that was it. I mean, even Battle Royale, like when Alan and I, we went into duos and we just got waxed match after match after match. But like we were trying stuff and we're like, okay, we're here. Let's just keep moving. Each of us got kills, or we got, you know, we got far, or we almost won, you know, confrontations, and we still had fun. And
well, that's the thing; it still allows you to have fun even if you're losing.
Exactly.
Like in a game that does that is good. Like I suck at first-person shooters. Yeah. I'll be honest, but I still enjoy playing Safeguard, and I still enjoy playing Kill Confirm, and I still enjoy playing Blackout. Mm-hmm. Like because sometimes I'll play a little bit better. Like there was that one time when. So you pick a place to drop and everybody's like, let's meet at this spot. And so we picked the Asylum in Blackout, and we were touching down and you're like, oh, we got a welcoming committee. And I was like, oh fuck. So I dropped in, grabbed a gun. I think I killed a guy at the time. Yeah. And then I worked my way into a room, and this is how fast paced it is. I didn't even know Matt was in that room. Like all of a sudden I just saw this dude come through a doorway, and I opened like fire on him. He was shooting at Matt because he didn't see me, and he was trying to kill Matt. Killed the dude, and I was like, I got you, buddy. So I revived him, but the problem is we were playing quads, so there's always teammates. So Matt had a teammate back him up. I was able to save him, but I wasn't like looking out for the other guy's dude. And the other guy's dude was like, if I watched my kill cam after we finished the match, he was right there as we were killing that guy that was trying to kill you. And he was in that room back there getting some goods. He came around the corner and just shot me. And you were like, where is he? Where is he? And I was trying. And before I could even say where he was, you were already dead because we didn't have armor, you know, and he had the drop on us. But like Blackout can be frustrating because sometimes you'll like drop and die like instantly. But like the good thing about it is if you're playing solo, like I was earlier today before Alan joined me, like I could just quit out and redeploy and start another game, you know. But like if I'm playing in groups, I tend to like to watch my other teammates play. Like I try and be another set of eyes on their screen that might not be watching what they're watching. Like when Jason was playing, like we were like, oh, hey, like I'd be like, hey, reload, because you know he only had like 9 bullets in his clip of his machine gun. I'd be like, hey, heal up, because he's only at like 100 health and you can max out at 150. So I'm like trying to give him some like, you know, like help him out and be like, hey, when you get a chance, reload. Hey, when you get a chance, like, or heal first and then reload, or, you know, like try and help him out. And I try and keep an eye out on like the perimeters to see if I see any motion, because like if I'm them, I'm focused down the side of my gun and I'm not like looking, you know, off to on the left or the right of my TV. So I try and keep an eye out and say, oh, hey, there's a guy over there, watch him, or something like that, you know, and try and help them and you know, just to participate in like watching them kick some ass if they do sometimes. But yeah, it's a fun game. I like it. I like it just as much as I like Fortnite. Fortnite's cool for the building and the fun and the goofy mechanics. But if I had to pick one or the other, I would pick Call of Duty, just because like you drop in, you pick up a gun, that gun does the same damage no matter what, you know, like there's no tiers to it. The only thing that I have found are their quote unquote golden versions of guns, which means like you pick up the gun and it's maxed out on all of the add-ons that it can have. Yeah. So it's got like a silencer, it's got a foregrip, it's got an extended clip, it's got a scope on it, like it's maxed out, you know, as far as it can possibly go. And you'll see it like when you come up on a weapon, it's glowing yellow, like the gun's yellow instead of just like a regular like typical gun color. And so that's the only advantage like that you get in the game. But pretty much when you pick up a weapon, like if we were on opposite teams, Matt, and you picked up an assault rifle, like if you picked up the R957, which is like the AK-57, if you picked that up and I picked it up, like more than likely we're both going to have the same gun. So like if we go toe to toe, I know I have like I'm not automatically at a disadvantage because I picked up like a white weapon that does like 10 DPS and you picked up like a gold weapon that does like 60 DPS. You know what I mean? So that's the advantage I think that Call of Duty has over Fortnite. And there's no building. You don't have to worry about building. You just run, move around the terrain. You get prone. You're just working through the game to try and like kill the other team. You don't have to worry about, oh, well, now this guy's going to build a barrier. Oh, he's now behind that barrier, so I got to break down that barrier to try and get to him. No, it's like the only thing you got is like the cover you're in. There's no like building on top of the world that's already there. And I kind of like that, and I can appreciate that, you know? So I feel, you know, the kiddies out there who want to play Fortnite, that's fine. You got your Fortnite.
Well, I wouldn't be like that, but
I'm not. I don't mean kiddies as in like a rude way. I feel like teens like stuff like that. It scratches their Minecraft itch.
Yeah,
if you will.
That's.
I'm not saying it. I don't want to say it in a negative way.
The kids who grew up playing Minecraft, this is the natural progression for them in terms of like going to competitive shooters or whatever, because you still have the building aspect, but there's a little bit more substance in terms of like, I want to be competitive and I want to shoot stuff, you know? So, we have a guest, special guest.
It's my wife. My wife says hi. She's wondering why I'm wearing my sunglasses. And I'm like, because the way it lights me, 2 lights is better than 1. If I put 1 on, they can't really see me. But it's blinding to me, so I wear my sunglasses. Just leave me alone. Go. Thank you for the beer. And just go about your business. Don't judge me.
Maybe you should turn one of those lights off, Moose.
Everybody else thinks you look stupid.
Do y'all think I look stupid?
Yeah.
Well,
I am stupid. I asked you if I look stupid.
That's
I mean,
a totally subjective question.
I'll be honest with you.
And actually, instead of drinking your beer, brought it.
The mesh cap is really
appreciate
painting the
that.
picture.
Oh, I'm a hillbilly hick. I would like to say that my wife said to me.
Right.
My wife said to me.
You could be a hillbilly kid.
My wife said to me. She just said, "I wish I could be a hillbilly hick." But my wife said, "I brought you your beer instead of drinking your beer." So I really gotta be thankful.
Yeah,
for that.
you should turn your camera off and go give her a hug. That's what you should do. That's the right
You know
move.
what? Screw you, Jason. I'm not coming on tomorrow. Y'all can do your episode by yourself.
It's all right, Jason. I'll be there.
Hell, I might come on now.
One Matt plus 1 Corey equals a Moose, right?
Yeah, that's basically it.
Anyways, Corey, interaction interrupted. We were talking about Minecraft and the building aspect of Fortnite.
Oh, I was just saying, like, the kids that grew up on Minecraft, this kind of feels like that natural progression of the games that, they might want to get into as they grow older, but still want to have that Minecraft nostalgia. Plus, Fortnite's adding that whole build your own level type thing anyway. So
Jason throwing shade.
Yeah, I know.
Fuck. Sorry, man.
I already have 2 guests. I don't need you.
Sorry, I offered. Or is he talking about Moose? I don't know.
Probably both of us.
Probably both.
Probably all of us.
All 3 of the people
Probably
in
all
this
of us.
podcast right now.
He's like, I took NGP to number 1. I'm keeping it there. I don't need any of you 3.
He's not wrong.
Also, okay.
He was talking about me. See?
Thank God. I feel better now. Also, I played Onrush, and I'm glad Jason's in the chat because I want to say that he is 100% correct. Onrush has some burnout to it in a very good way. I don't think it's as blue sky of a game as Burnout is, but also like I feel like the crashes could be a little more detailed a la Burnout, but Onrush is fucking fun. Like, I have not had this much fun with a racer since Burnout Paradise earlier this year. Granted, it's the only racer I've tried since Burnout Paradise earlier this year, but like, really, Burnout is one of my favorite games of all time. Burnout Paradise is. But Onrush is good. If you're not playing that and you have a PlayStation 4 and PlayStation Plus, you're wrong because
it's on Xbox Game Pass.
And it's on Game Pass. See, okay, all right. If you're not playing it, you have a console. You're wrong. All right, except maybe Ed, who only has a Switch.
Except Switch, because Switch doesn't have it.
But hey, man, Switch Your Club Unlimited 2 this week. Okay.
Mm-hmm.
Onrush, though,
he gets those mobile games.
Onrush is really, really
this was
fun.
Built ground up for the Switch technology in the Switch, Moose.
Like
okay. That's what the press release said. Okay, it's not what I'm saying. Sorry, Matt.
God damn it, Marshall! Stop trolling.
I had I jumped into it just to like try a couple races, see what it was all about. I ended up playing for like 5 hours.
And now you got like 16 trophies.
Onrush is a lot of fun, and I think I will probably wrap up that platinum next Sunday night when I'm playing. It's really fun. I got a lot of the challenges. I found myself doing. I was trying to do that. What was it? The vomit spiral or whatever.
Yeah, vomit comet.
The vomit comet. That's what it is.
Yeah, you gotta do like 4 barrel. You gotta do 2 barrel rolls.
New barrel roll.
I almost did it in a bike. I got 3.5 and just I face planted in the bike. Almost did it in the bike. Yeah, Onrush is really fun. I like how there's no starting line, there's no finish line. You're just hit the gas. We're going.
Just go. Right.
Just go.
Exactly. That's why I love the game.
It is the Ricky Bobby of fucking racing games. I want to go fast. Like that's what it is.
I'm gunning it, and let's freaking go. Exactly. Yep. It's awesome.
The rush mechanic and the way that it works with different cars is really cool. I also like each car's passive ability is really cool. Go ahead.
I was going to say, I feel like the no start or finish line accommodates like gaining ground easier. So say okay, you're automatically at the finish line and you're really far behind. So you got to like start over again. Okay. And try and catch up with everybody again. Whereas in Onrush, it's just you just keep going, and if you're catching up to people, like I found like there's one where you got to like drive through the gates to add time onto your tracker. If you actually stayed behind the pack a little bit, the gates were a little bit wider, so you didn't have to like break your neck or your back trying to get inside the gates. You had a little bit more leeway, like when you were driving to add time back on, and then you just keep hitting those gates and you're good to go. Or like instances when you were doing the is it countdown? Countdown's the point-based one. I think the countdown is the point-based race.
Countdown is the gate one. Overdrive is the point-based one.
Overdrive is the point. Yeah. Okay. So overdrive is the point-based one, and you basically so you're in kind of like middle of the pack, but you have your onrush built. Well, instead of having let's say, okay, well, you lost the last round. Well, the next round, everybody's onrush is set to 0. Well, you just lost what you built up. Well, with the fact that you don't have a start or finish, it allows you to be like, all right, well, you know what? Fuck it, man. I'm hitting my onrush, and we're going to knock it out of the park.
We're just going.
Yeah. On this next round, we're going to, bury them. You know what I'm saying? And so, we would – and me, Jason, and Jeff would work on that. We'd be sitting there and be like, who's got their onrush? Who's got their onrush? And we'd be like – I'd be like, I've got mine. I'm saving it for the next round, because we either win that round or we'd be close to losing and we'd lose it and be like, all right, everybody hit theirs. I'll be like, I'll hit mine first, and then I hit it, and then Jason would hit his, and Jeff would hit his, and we'd win the next round pretty easily. So I like that there's no start and finish line. But anyway,
doing it with only one person in the party is it's a bit more of a challenge. I found that especially in Countdown, if it's just you and AI is ultimately really stupid. But
yeah,
because there was one of the challenges where you had to go through you had to do 12 total takedowns. It didn't matter if it was fodder or actual team, and you had to win the match. Well, I would get 12 total takedowns before the first round was over, and we'd win the first round. But then we would just get stomped because I noticed the AI just would not hit the gates. And I think there's a bit of there's a little variance in the scoring in Countdown if you're the first person to go through the gate versus the anyone after. Because it would get to the point where I would just hang back and make sure I hit every gate, but then we still weren't gaining enough time.
Yeah, I think you have to be pretty close to the gate being closed.
And then when I decided, I'm just all right, the final round where we're 1-1, I'm just going to hit my onrush right away and then get ahead of the pack and just hit every gate first. Then I noticed we pulled away way quicker. So it took me 4 times to figure that out. But yeah, Onrush is good, man. The one thing I will say, and this is where I like Burnout, and save your shade. I know how stupid what I'm going to say sounds. I like the fact that in Burnout, when you're a motorcycle and you crash, you don't see a rendered person fly off the bike.
Okay.
The reason is like some of the crashes, especially when you're a Titan and you just run over one of the bikes that's fodder. You see, you're running over what looks like a person. It's kind of jarring. It's not bloody. It's not gory. You're not seeing them ragdoll. But for some reason, it just does. It feels a little bit too real for the arcade. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
I mean, yes, that's a dumb thing. I wouldn't really avoid the game because of it. It's just something I noticed. But yeah, Onrush is really good. Corey, you have an Xbox and a PlayStation. You should play it.
I have it downloaded.
I'm just saying. We also have a ton
downloaded ain't playing.
We also have a ton of listener, viewer, user, influencer questions. I don't know.
Now, quick question.
Mm-hmm.
If I'm not wrong, this is the last episode we record before the new year.
Yes.
This is technically the first episode that goes up in the new year.
Oh.
So
okay. Well, Happy New Year, everyone. Hope you had a good one.
I thought this was going up next week. Otherwise, well.
Oh
no.
Oh, okay.
Not how this works.
This is how the sausage is made.
Clearly, we planned this in such finite detail.
Happy New Year, everybody.
It's been an hour. Happy New Year.
Yeah. It's midnight.
Merry Christmas. Happy Hanukkah. All those. Merry Kwanzaa.
Kwanzaa is the day after Christmas, and I have that day off. So
Happy Boxing Day.
Boxing Day for those Canadians.
Moose, are you celebrating your African heritage?
What is my?
Oh, don't do this! Don't do this! Don't do this! don't. Corey, come on, come on, man.
It's either that or he's Canadian because it's Boxing Day. Okay.
I'll take Boxing
Day. He's a Moose. Of course, he's Canadian.
What, Moose? Are you racist?
No, I'm not racist.
Sounds like something a racist would say.
Yeah.
Jesus Christ.
Okay.
I see eye in your eyes.
User, viewer, listener questions. Here we go.
Oh, yeah, we have those, don't we?
Nerds Gone NGR Radio Podcast at gmail.com. That's how you get in touch with us. Nerds Gone Rogue on Twitter, Instagram, or in the Nerds Gone Rogue Facebook community.
All those places are
all
fun.
those places you can ask us questions and we will answer them right here or right there, depending on the question. Ashley Davidson's up first.
Hey, Ashley.
What shows are you guys currently watching, whether it's Netflix, TV, YouTube, etc.? Or etc.
Well, my wife and I have been watching Travelers on Netflix. Third season popped up.
What is that?
It's where there's like a post-apocalyptic future, but this technology allows them to transfer their consciousnesses back to, our present day into other humans to try to prevent the catastrophe that happened in the future. But you never see the future. It's really cool.
Oh, okay.
Like I highly recommend it. It's a pretty good show. It's 10 episodes a season. So, I mean, it's relatively short, but it's really cool.
Okay.
And they are agents of the director, which is like this super high performance AI who kind of knows how to prevent the catastrophe that happens in the future. But we're at a point in the story now where they are changing the present so much that it's starting to affect the future. So now it's kind of like getting
serious.
Time travel conundrums.
Yeah. Like it's like, hey, we're going to send you to the back to help like shape the future. Oh wait, shit, you're actually shaping the future. So yeah, okay, that's cool.
It's really cool. So we're watching that, but I mean, I've been watching a lot of football lately, and I've been watching a lot of Giant Bomb on YouTube and GiantBomb.com. I've been watching. I started to watch the Hitsmiths 2016.
Oh, it's so good.
But I watched it while I was like really tired, so I fell asleep like 10 minutes in. But
well, that's good though, because you fell asleep.
You fall asleep before they even get started.
Yeah.
You probably needed the sleep, Chief.
I'm not gonna lie. TV makes me fall asleep faster than anything. So
same here.
But But yeah, to be honest, I don't really watch a lot of TV. My free time, I would rather be playing games because I don't have much anymore. So
Yeah.
Or, editing the shows and stuff. But it's a good time. It's a good time.
Moose, anything?
Just Twitch. To be honest.
Richie Two T's?
Watching Richie Two T's and Old Man Broski and Lethal 3585. There's some other people I'd like to give a shout out. Fungal is awesome. There's some people
on fake Moose.
Like some of them I can't even like Mikolosh. I can't even like spell out his name, so it's like to give them like a shout out on Twitch. But like they're all awesome. They're all doing Bloodborne, Dark Souls stuff. Actually, Old Man Broski's playing God of War for the first time. He just beat the campaign, so he's like doing cleanup. But just kind of doing that. TV wise, like I've looked at Netflix and I've looked at Amazon and I'm like, I want to watch a bunch of this stuff, but then I'm like, I could play Blackout. So I play Blackout. Like, I mean, I'm going to be honest. I could sit and play like Blackout or Onrush or watch TV, and I'm like, I'd rather play video games, you know? So
that's how I feel.
Yeah.
I would rather just be playing games.
I like to interact with my story, so like I do that. So yeah, that's it. Like there's a bunch of stuff out there that I do want to watch. So I just need to get to it. I mean, the last series that I watched that's recent is the Jack Ryan series on Amazon Prime with John Krasinski, which is really good. I recommend it.
Nice.
To anybody that has Amazon Prime.
Nice.
All right. As for me, I tend to go. I like as far as TV shows and series. It takes something interesting to sort of pull me in. I'm not always super interested in trying something new, and that's my own closed-mindedness. But like I am interested in politics. So I've been watching a lot of Hassan Minaj's Patriot Act on Netflix. I mean, it's like a half hour. It's basically a half hour. It's another Last Week Tonight by John Oliver on HBO. It's another one of those. Covers different topics, different point of view. I think Hassan Minaj is really funny. And then I've also watched The Evolution of Hip Hop, or Hip Hop Evolution, whatever the title is on Netflix. That's really good, considering it's a genre of music I'm super interested in, and I've listened to a ton of, but I also feel like I could always learn more. A lot of this it's a lot of stuff I already knew, but I also didn't know, like, in context of like its relationship to other things. So it was nice to, like, in one of the earlier episodes, it's nice to hear Rakim and like KRS-One talk about like Juice Crew or like Run DMC talk about like Kool Herc and things like that, and like how they fit there. And it was it's really interesting to hear like the hip hop community's initial, like hear them talk about their initial reactions to the Sugar Hill Gang.
What's that on again?
It's on Netflix.
Netflix. Okay.
Each episode is close to an hour, maybe a little longer.
Okay. That's not bad. I could watch like one episode a week or something like that and try and catch up. Okay.
But I also think it's really interesting to see everyone talk about how they hated Sugar Hill Gang because nobody knew who they were. And then you find out that I always knew like the history of Sugar Hill Records and how shady that shit was and how very 50s era record industry it was. But I never realized how like it was kind of an affront to the hip hop community at the time, because it was a bunch of people they're like, hey, people really like this. How do we cash in? And that's essentially what that was. And it sucks that two of those three members who were really talented and really, eventually they were good at what they did, but they just never got the respect they kind of deserved because they weren't Juice Crew, they weren't the Furious Five, they weren't they weren't Cool Herc, they weren't anybody that was in New York, because they were just like, a couple of them worked at a pizza shop in Jersey, and the other one, like, he's like, oh, I know this other guy who can rhyme, and then this lady just said, yeah, I'll put y'all on a record, and then the other guy just stole a bunch of his stuff from a prominent member of the hip hop community at the time, because none of it was recorded. There was no like copyright infringement or anything.
Yeah.
So it's a very interesting microcosm of that story itself is a very interesting microcosm of the record industry, especially like early recording, either early hip hop recording or early recording in general, because there were a lot of people at the onset of recorded music that did not want to do it because they're like, yeah, this doesn't last. I mean, they were wrong eventually, but yeah. And that sucks because we miss out. There's a lot we're missing. But it's a really cool thing. Also, I've been watching Monty Python's Flying Circus for like the 18th time. It's one of my favorite series of all time. I still like their approaches to sketch comedy. I still think the outskirts of it is really cool. It's a very interesting comedy, but then like recently I've been trying to finish the final available season of My Hero Academia, but I'm at the season that's all subbed, so I have to like sit down and focus on it. I can't just like hear it. On YouTube, I've been watching a lot of Giant Bomb as well. I've been trying to keep up on their quick looks. I still haven't watched like their unfinished on Hades or their most recent Unprofessional Fridays, but like Giant Bomb's really entertaining. It's actually a lot more entertaining than it has any right to be for watching people play video games and talk about it while they do it. And then on Twitch, I want to shout out Yandy, Yandie. I've been watching him play Spelunky for the past couple weeks, and it's been infectious enough that like because I watch it at work overnight, like my coworkers are like, "Hey, what time does Yandy come on?" So they're watching me watch this guy play Spelunky while I play Spelunky on my Vita. And they're like, you really like this game? I'm like, I do.
It's a problem. It's not a like. It's a problem.
Well, I genuinely like Spelunky, but I'm at a point where I want to be done with Spelunky.
Yeah.
It won't change the fact that I like it. But
you'll never be done with Spelunky.
He will.
Not.
Well,
probably
he'll
not.
be done with Spelunky, and then he'll roll into Spelunky 2.
Yeah.
That's the thing, ladies and gentlemen.
But yeah, like I wish I had more time to watch more TV stuff, but I just don't. And a lot of times I am to the point right now where I'm like, yeah, I'd rather read or play video games.
Mm-hmm.
And I try and do a decent mix of both. I'm going to move on to the next question.
Cool.
Sean Siegel Lee asks, hey guys, I just found your show and I really enjoy the talks. My question I wanted to ask you is, how do you guys plan your games you buy in the coming year? Do you prioritize? Timely, Sean. Very timely.
We just talked about that.
We were just doing this. The answer is yes, we do plan. Yes, we prioritize. And eventually it all goes to shit.
Well,
come on, Moose.
We both we buy what's on the list and then we go off the rails. That's
yeah. Or we're like, or we forget to buy what's on the list, and someone says, "Hey, you said you were going to be." Oh yeah, but I bought all these. Give me time. I'll get there.
Yeah, that's true. That's true.
But yeah, no, we do prioritize. I know Moose and I do, just because we like to share opinions and whatnot.
We try and hit like, so like we were talking like first quarter. Mm-hmm. So like January, February, March, and it's like I know one game in January I want, RE2, Resident Evil 2. I know February I'm a hit or miss with some of the games there, and then March is like Sekiro and Division 2, and then sometime next year we're supposedly getting Neo 2 and we're getting Code Vein, and Blasphemous, which is a tremendous looking indie game. If you haven't checked it out, check out their Kickstarter. It looks like, so I really want to say like Salt and Sanctuary is the first 2D side scroller that is like,
that's Dark Souls.
I can live inside Dark Souls world. Okay. Blasphemous is that too. Like it, but I feel like Blasphemous kind of rubs me the Bloodborne way.
Okay.
You know what I'm saying?
It looks faster.
Looks a little bit faster. Enemies kind of look a little bit more like the NPCs and the enemies in Bloodborne than they do in Dark Souls, but it still looks great. It's going to be an awesome game, and it's actually they like blew their fucking goal out of the water, so it's going to be on like everything. It's going to be on Switch, PS4, Xbox, PC, and I think it's all at launch. They're not doing like, we're launching on PC and then it'll come to console. No, like it is a worldwide launch on everything they're launching it on. So check out Blasphemous. But, you know, we sit there and we talk and it's like, what do we want to get? What are we into? And then we also like, hey, we have this backlog of stuff we want to play. You know, like I have games that I want to platinum. I would love to platinum God of War. I need to platinum Dark Souls Remaster. I want to platinum Dark Souls 3. You know, so I've got like, there's a bunch of stuff we want to work on throughout the year. And then, you know, we kind of plan, like I plan in my economics. I'm like, what can I afford this year? And what do I really want? You know, and then you start looking at sales. You say, okay, well, this game, it'll come out. I'm somewhat interested in it. I'll wait for a sale. You know what I mean? And if that happens this year, maybe I'll pick it up. If it happens next year, it's next year. Like Jeff, you know, Jason, and I, when we talk on Nerds Gone Platinum, Jeff is usually like, I'll get that game when it's $20. Like he wants to pick up, Assassin's Creed Odyssey. He's like, I'll get it when it's $20 because he's playing Origins right now. But he's loving Origins, so it gets him pumped for Odyssey. And it's just like, you want to stick to those guns. Like I'll buy it when it's, you know, when it's cheaper or on sale. Like I didn't want to buy Call of Duty Black Ops 4. I didn't want to buy it when it was full price. I wanted it on sale, and 20% was enough. I was like, I'll buy it at 20% off. That's fine with me. I'm not paying full price for this game because there's no campaign, but it is definitely worth $60 to me, and it was definitely worth, I think, $48 I paid for 20% off. I mean, it's been a blast. So it just boils down to, it's really also boils down to what you know. Like Division 2 is on my list for next year. I have already played Division 1. I had a blast with it. I know I will enjoy Division 2. So it's like, I know that'll be good. Sekiro is by From Software. They've done Dark Souls and Bloodborne. So I don't even need to know what the gameplay's like. I'll buy it. So, and then a lot of it's like Anthem. I'll wait for reviews. Or let me try and throw out not Metro. Not no digs toward Metro or anything. I'm not invested in that series, but I want that game to succeed. So I'm like, I might pick it up if it's got some great reviews out there. Yeah, I'll nab it. Kingdom Hearts 3. I want that game to succeed, but I'm not invested in the series. So to be honest, I could give two shits about the series. You know what I mean? Like I haven't played 1 or 2. I need to play 1 or 2.
I don't know. You need to play all of them to understand what's happening.
That's the thing. See, then that's the other thing. People are like, oh, I could play 1 and 2. And they're like, no, you got to play like all these other little.
To be fair, I've
games.
played most of them and I don't even know what's going on.
Yeah. And then you do all that and you still don't know.
Yeah. So, I mean, there's, you know, it just boils down to being able to say, I want to get this day 1 and I want to wait for a sale on this. And you want to have, if you want to balance your budget properly and, you know, work with, you know, whoever you're working with, just be like, you want to have more passes than you do hard sales. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
So, and that's just the way it goes. Yeah. Hey, Jeff's in the chat and he says no Kingdom Hearts 3 for him. That's for sure. Yeah, I'm sure, man. I know you're not Kingdom Hearts 3, but
Oh, why not, Jeff?
I think I'm just gonna get that collection of all of them.
that'll be cool. I mean, I know people have the first two, and then you can buy the third one.
Yeah, well, there's like 5 different box sets of all of them. There's like 1.5 and 2.5, and then you can buy 2.8 separate. And then there's Kingdom Hearts: The Story So Far, which is all of them in one package. And then in January, on day and date on PlayStation, you can get the Kingdom Hearts collection, which is everything previously released plus 3 for $100. Which is kind of cool.
I mean, that's like
a lot of
2
Kingdom
million hours of content.
That's like a lot of Kingdom Hearts.
Like, I know one person that has played every single Kingdom Hearts thing, and that's Ahmed. He's tried to explain that story to me 20 times. And before he gets 5 sentences in, I'm like, stop, start over, make it make sense. He's like, no, it does. I'm like, no, it doesn't. No, it doesn't. Not even close. Corey, how about you? How do you plan?
Well, I mean, this past year I've kind of been prioritizing more towards just like Switch stuff because, well, it's easier to hold a baby in a Switch than it is to concentrate on everything else. But
I don't know. I've seen Riley. I think she's gonna start grabbing that Switch out your hands a little bit.
No, she already grabs my phone out of my hand sometimes. Like she'll just grab it. It was funny. We were FaceTiming my parents the other night on my phone, and she grabbed the phone and hung up on them.
She was like, "We're done, Daddy. I want Daddy time.
We're done. I'm hungry.
I'm hanging up the phone. I have to poop, and then I have to eat."
But it's, I mean, I'm basically like my priorities have changed just because I'm running the Nintendo channel. So like most of my stuff goes towards Switch and running that channel anyway.
Yeah.
And then I don't know, like Anthem, I think Kingdom Hearts 3 and Anthem are kind of like the first big games I'm looking forward to this year. And the Division 2. I'm really looking forward to those games. I've actually, something I was playing a couple weeks ago. I forgot I wasn't on last week's show, but I played a little bit of the Division again, just because like I want to see if I can get at least some of the shields before Division 2 comes out.
Does your stuff carry over?
Some of the stuff carries over.
Some of it does, yeah.
Well, it's like, I guess the easiest way would be to like compare them to Triumphs and Destiny, where if you do a certain number of things in the game before the Division 2 comes out, you get shields, which grants you, I don't know if it's items or perks or something in the next game, but it allows you to progress a little bit in the next game before you even start. So
I might have to redo some of that then.
What, did you get the platinum?
No, I didn't get the platinum.
Well, you can work with Jeff, me, and Jason to get the platinum, bro.
I might have to.
I almost did it till that patch erased all my progress.
Well, I think you were stuck on the.
I was stuck on one. There was one mission, and then like apart from like all the
there's like
stuff,
an echo you can't get.
There's an echo I can't get because
you can get it.
I can get it.
I had that same issue. Yeah, so you can go back and get that echo.
All right.
So like it's in Hell's Kitchen. So like what happened was like the game works to a certain point on the story, and if you go past the story and don't get the echo, like it'll show up on your map that it's there, but you just can't click on anything to process it. They put a patch in that allows you to go back and like click on it, and you can process the echo and get that trophy. So
thank God for that.
Yeah. So if you go back to it, you can get I need one trophy for the platinum, and that's the trophy to get the rogues. And
I think I need the. I don't know what I need, but I know I definitely need the rogues. I need all the echoes. I think other than that, I might have done everything. Except I haven't done anything on hard. I think I have to do that as well.
Well, we were going to try and do it. We were going to try and work the rogue system where we're not like cheating it. We're not boosting it. So we were going to try and do like 2 and 2. So like 2 people two people attack two people and they become the rogues, and then the other two have to fight them to like kill them off. So it's like a back and forth, kind of like our dueling in Dark Souls 3. Like you're not just giving me the stuff.
I'm not just going to bend over.
I have to like take it from you. And so we were trying to make it to a point where, okay, if we're not hunting down legit rogues, we're at least making it where you actually have to beat the other person to get it. So
I think the last thing I'll say is about prioritizing, you also have to leave room for what you don't know about. And the one thing we don't know a lot about in advance is indie stuff. Indies are always coming out. They're always getting there's always ports of old games coming, and you kind of have to be wary of that. Like, so I also try and not, because Moose and I specifically, we're super interested in the indie stuff. We try not to shoot our entire wallet all over AAA stuff. We do try and spread it through indies as well. I'm going to move on to Casey McCullum's question. You don't mind?
Casey, what's up?
Do you think certain fads like Battle Royale and loot games as a service a la Destiny and The Division will last? Who does it best? Well, yes, I do think they'll last, unfortunately. I think the loot box system is something that is still finding its feet. But I think a standardization of that process will happen to where it's acceptable in every game you get, but it's not a necessity.
That's the problem, and that's finding the balance. Like the guy WB that did Shadow of War, like they were doing microtransactions. It's like, okay, well you're building it into the game, and this is where I agree with Jim Sterling. Your game is fucking shit if you're building it into it where you want your customers to pay not to play your game. Like, you want them to pay to have fast experience to get past grinding in your game. Then you have a shitty game. Yep. Make your game good and work it into your game to where, like, people, if they want to pay for something, they can pay for it. If they don't, they don't. But the problem is they don't want to go that length to work that out. They just want to guarantee the money. So they throw in extra grinding for people who aren't buying that stuff. And it turns their game into trash. And so they removed microtransactions from Shadow of War. What was it, like 6 months afterwards or something like that? So they got rid of them. They realized it was a bad idea. Yeah, because nobody wanted them. Nobody wants that. We just want to play. We pay $60 for your fucking game. Give us a game that doesn't need us to pay any more for that. And then if you want to be like, oh, hey, we're going to add this, it's a little bit extra, or there's microtransactions, that's fine. You know what I mean? Like, look at CD Projekt Red. No matter how much I shit on The Witcher's controls, like, that game, that studio does it tremendously well. Like, they give quality content out to their gamers and just give and give and give and don't ask for anything in return other than, hey, buy our game and play our game and enjoy our game. And people love, play, and enjoy their game tremendously, you know? And then, like, people, like, the games that come around, like, even Black Ops, they're working microtransactions in the Black Ops, and I'll be honest, I don't buy that stuff. I'm like, whatever. Like, I'm just going to play your multiplayer modes.
Yeah.
Whatever. I don't give a crap.
Microtransactions are all over Blackout mode. And I was looking at some of them. I was like, that stuff looks really cool. No, I don't need to pay for it.
And here's the other thing. Like, when you have a game where you have microtransactions built in to where it's pay to win, that's a problem. But if you're just doing cosmetics, like Fortnite does cosmetics.
I think Overwatch does it really well, too.
Overwatch probably does it the best, actually.
Overwatch, I think Fortnite does it just as well as Overwatch does.
So I have no problem with that. I have no problem where it's you're paying for cosmetics and you're like, hey, give me guarantee. When I open this box, I'm guaranteed like 3 epic whatever, you know, and it's a gamble on what it is. I'm fine with that, but I know I'm getting 3 epic gear slots, whatever, like costumes.
Mhm.
You know, that's cool. But if I'm just paying to buy like guns to win in multiplayer, like
That's bad.
personally, like I morally don't think I like I'm not enjoying that. Like that's not right to me. Like I want to have the same guns as the person I'm facing off against. Now, granted, in Blackout, like we were saying, you find different guns and you get different scopes, and like it's built into the game. It's different if it's built into the game, whereas in like if we're playing multiplayer, like Matt, you and I were playing Safeguard. It would be different if you and I were playing with weapons, but the guys on the other team all paid to get better weapons, and then they're whooping our ass, and it's like, well, this is no fun. This isn't fair. You know what I mean? That's not fair to the people that paid the $60 to get your game, and then there's the people that come along and they're like, oh, I only play Call of Duty and Madden or FIFA, so I'm going to invest all my money for the rest of the year into the microtransactions. It's not fair to your player base, you know? So
when it becomes an arms race, that's when it's a problem. And I feel like the mobile space has sort of proven that. Like games like Clash Royale and Clash of Clans, and
you and I got in a fight over that.
What?
Diablo.
We did. Yeah, we did. But here's the thing. I trust Blizzard. No. You don't trust Blizzard?
I don't trust Blizzard to fucking as far as I can throw them anymore.
Why?
You can't.
Why?
Like you can't.
Why?
I'm asking an honest question. I don't know your reason. So
Activision is bleeding too much into Blizzard.
Right.
Okay. Y'all say that Overwatch does microtransactions, right?
Yeah.
No.
Why not?
Destiny 2 microtransactions, paying for all your shades, and your shades don't carry over.
Okay, but that's Destiny 2. We're not talking about Destiny. We said Overwatch does it.
That's still Activision bleeding into Bungie.
So
Activision is effectively
Activision.
Activision is effectively bleeding into everything they fucking own.
Okay.
Which is Bungie and Blizzard.
Okay.
Okay.
They don't own Bungie. They don't own
Bungie. Bungie's.
I know they don't own Bungie, but they
own Destiny.
They're publishing their game. Okay.
Okay.
So here, no, this is just my statement. Okay, mark my words, and I'm fine with being wrong. Okay, but when Diablo Immortal comes out and they microtransaction the shit out of that fucking game, not a lot of people are gonna play it. The mobile players will play it because it's a mobile game, and they've got those quote unquote, they've got the white whales who will pay whatever they want to pay to be able to get whatever they want in that game.
Now,
but that's the problem. You and I had a fight because it's like, you're like, well, why are people giving Activision or giving Blizzard shit because it's a mobile game? We're giving them shit because it's a mobile game, because mobile games are not a one-time purchase.
That wasn't our fight, actually.
No, that was our fight.
No, our fight was. I thought that dude standing up at a conference going, "Is this an out-of-season April Fool's joke?" I thought that's a dick move.
No, that wasn't a dick move, because it was a console and PC conference, not a mobile gaming conference.
Well,
and
no, it's a Blizzard conference.
Oh my god!
And that's what it is. Now, here's why I trust Blizzard. You talk about Activision. You're right, fine, but Overwatch, all of the microtransactions, cosmetic. It's not pay to win. It's not pay to be good. Now, Diablo Immortal comes out and it's pay to win. Okay, we unleash the hound. But here's the thing: where you talk about Activision and Blizzard, Activision hasn't fucked up Blizzard stuff. They didn't fuck up Diablo 3. They didn't fuck up Overwatch. They haven't fucked up World of Warcraft yet. I mean, there's a lot that Blizzard has done to maintain just being Blizzard. And that's why I trust them. Now, is Diablo, I mean, because here's the thing. Our fight was about that guy being a shitheel. I think that's inappropriate to do. I get it. You have a problem. You spent money to come to this, and Blizzard fucked it up to the point where they should have just ended with World of Warcraft or Warcraft 3 Remastered and not done this mobile thing. And Blizzard came out and said, "Yo, we're sorry about that. We didn't realize it was going to be that big of a problem." There's a way to be respectfully critical. That is not it.
No, that was it.
No,
totally
it's
it.
not.
Yes, it was. It was respectfully it. Yes, it was.
There's no respect there at all.
No, there was respect there.
Entitled bullshit.
Are you fucking kidding me? As a critical consumer, he said, "Is this an off year,
an off season April Fool's joke?
An off season
That's not respectful at all."
Which is basically like, are you fucking kidding me with this shit game?
Okay, that's exactly what that means,
dude.
And if you
can't look at the videos, you can't look at the videos. You can't look at the videos of the fucking Diablo shit immortal game that they're putting out there, and all the other shit games that the company they're teaming with that makes, and say, "Holy crap, they're not just repurposing assets." You can't say that, and then you're gonna sit there and say that Activision isn't doing Blizzard wrong. Fuck that shit, man. Get the fuck out of here.
Here's the thing. Have you played Diablo Immortal?
I haven't yet, but I've seen it in action, and I've compared the two videos.
Seeing is not believing in the video game space.
I understand what you're saying, but what I'm saying, you're not. Whatever, man.
I get it. You just want to be angry at Activision. You want to be angry. You don't have Diablo.
I'm not. I don't want to be angry at Activision. I'm looking at what they're trying to do with Diablo, and I'm realizing the shitstorm that they're trying to create with it, and the whole, we're going to push it mobile, we're going to have microtransactions, this is where we're going to get our money, because Activision is all about, give us our money, we want money on top of the $60 fucking dollars
every business
pay for the fucking game that you bought. We're going to want money on top of that. And that's exactly the direction they're pushing them in. And I have a feeling, and mark my words, Diablo is the game that's going to break them. Blizzard is no longer going to be able to push back against Activision. Mark my fucking words. And I have a feeling Captain Canada, who is the most sound out of the two of us, would back me up on that statement.
You're probably right, but here's the thing. We don't know until we know.
I understand what you're saying, but the fucking writing is on the goddamn wall. Clear as day.
Yeah, but here's the thing. The writing's on the wall with BioWare going out of business after Anthem. If Anthem is a success, they don't go out of business. Right?
No.
Right?
That's not right. No.
So you think BioWare is just done?
Yes.
Okay.
Once Anthem releases, they're done.
Okay. No matter if it's a success or failure.
I don't think it's going to be a success.
Okay.
In all honesty.
But if it is, are they done?
They will hobble along.
Okay.
Until the next game kills them off.
Now, their next failure kills them off. But the microtransactions, getting back to the question, because we have gone off the rails.
Severely. Who asked the question?
Casey McCullum.
Sorry, Casey.
Now, I stated my opinion. I think Overwatch does it best. Who do you think does it best, Moose?
Microtransactions?
No, who does the battle royale and loot games as a service? So I'm guessing it's all of that.
I would have to say the best game that the game that does microtransactions the best is Warframe.
Okay.
And the game that does the battle royale the best, see, that's a crapshoot.
Mm-hmm.
Because you're like, do you like just dropping in, picking up a gun, going and having an equal chance against your opponent? You go with Black Ops 4.
Mm-hmm.
If you want to, hey, I'm the best builder of fucking forts with a shotgun that can, wreck somebody that's got an assault rifle just because I can build faster than them, then you go with Fortnite. Like that's my opinion.
Right. Corey?
I don't know. I mean, I think in terms of like loot boxes and everything, I still think that Overwatch and Fortnite do it the best. I mean, it's all cosmetic stuff. It's all, none of it's gameplay related. You don't need any of it. It's just fun to, it's the paper doll effect. It's just fun to dress your characters up. It's the same reason why people still collect armor and stuff in Destiny and stuff, right? It's like, I like to make my character look cool. And if I can find something that makes my character look cooler than, or maybe I want my Mercy to look like a witch. Maybe I want my Zenyatta to look like a nutcracker,
Now, I will agree with both of you. Leaps and bounds. Microtransactions that are just cosmetic against pay to win are 10 times better. So I'll agree with y'all on that.
Mm-hmm.
So like I think Black Ops, even that, the microtransactions, the money you buy is just cosmetic. Unless they have, I haven't really looked into it, but they might have like you can buy like, because I know Battlefield 1 had like you could buy like the booster packs to unlock like certain weapons that you would have to earn experience in the game to get. So that was kind of like a pay to win type thing. But I don't know how far that goes in Black Ops just because I'm too busy playing Blackout.
In Blackout specifically, that's what the tier thing is. Like the more
but the tier thing I thought was cosmetic.
It's all cosmetic.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. Yeah, exactly.
And that's why it's good.
Right. Exactly. Well, the tier thing carries over to other multiplayer too. Yeah. So it's not just Blackout. So like basically like you earn experience for each type you're playing. Like you get quote unquote experience, you get a level for your multiplayer, you get a level for zombies, and you get a level for Blackout.
Mm-hmm.
And then you have your tier level, which you earn experience towards while playing any of those. And it just basically unlocks like, oh, hey, here's a new costume for one of the specialists that you have.
Yeah.
And then I think I bought Black Ops 4 and I got a certain amount of points and I was able to buy, I like Battery. Battery's awesome. Battery, her power up, which boosts faster than her normal one, is cluster grenades. Mm-hmm. So, and then her main is the War Machine, which is a grenade launcher. So I paid the points that I got from buying the game to get her a kick-ass outfit. I'm like, all right, and that's what I roll with now. And that'll pretty much probably be whatever I keep on her just because I fucking paid money for it, But I think microtransactions just need to stay like cosmetic and not be a pay to win. As soon as it gets to be pay to win. Now I will eat crow if Diablo Immortal does not have a pay to win strategy, or if they don't bleed their microtransactions to the point where it's like, hey, you don't have to grind 20 hours. You can just pay $10 to get this level. You know what I mean?
Mm-hmm.
Like it might not be a pay to win, but it might be a pay to convenience. Let's just call it that, a pay to convenience. Now, if they don't have a pay to convenience or a pay to win and it's all cosmetic, I'll fucking eat crow. I'm fine with that. But I severely doubt that Activision will roll that route, especially with a mobile game, because it's going to be a mobile game.
Yes, and you're right. But I also think Blizzard is still autonomous.
Blizzard operates as a separate entity from Activision.
I still believe that 100%. I do want to ask you, why do you think Warframes microtransactions are the best? Just because I don't know anything about them.
Yeah, I don't really know anything about them.
So, like, I love Warframes microtransactions. So, like, if you load up that game, they're nowhere to be found.
Okay.
So you have to go to a console that is specific for the microtransactions to make a purchase.
What are the microtransactions?
Microtransactions could be, so like they give you like prime frames. So like you could get like a special frame just like for buying a certain amount of whatever the in-game currency is, which is cool. And I'm not saying it's like better than what you can actually earn in the game. To be honest, if you wanted to talk to this, we'd have to get Jose or Adnal on the show because I know those guys have bled so much blood in that game, so much more than I have. But I do know, like, when you load up that game, you pop in. Are
they cosmetic as well, or
no? Like, they have special abilities to them. Like, you get like a certain suit power if you're wearing a suit, and you get different weapons for the suit. Like, you buy the suit, and you'll get like a main weapon and an off weapon. As far as I know, they might be able to correct me if they were here. But anyways, I know, like, you're not forced to the microtransactions. Like, you can play the game and you can be out there, like, shooting, kicking ass. Like, me, Jeff, and Jason were playing and weren't even thinking about microtransactions.
Is there a PvP element to it?
No,
I don't think so.
Warframe is all PvE.
Yeah, it's all there's no PvP. So I like I was saying, like, you have to go to a certain console on your ship to, like, get to the microtransactions. So they're not, like, shoving them in your face. Like, when I load up Black Ops 4, I got to go to a screen that's trying to sell me stuff. I have to hit circle, and then I have to hit X again to go into the game. And I'm like, this is fucking ridiculous. No, I don't want to buy your stuff. I just want to play your game. I want to play the game I paid $60 fucking to play. You know, so as far as I'm concerned, Warframe does it the best just because they're non-intrusive. You can grind out what you need. I mean, you can go into the microtransactions and buy mats and supplies and stuff. But my other thing is, like, they don't make the grind extra long for the people that don't go to the microtransactions. Like, the game is the game without the microtransactions. The microtransactions just kind of speed things up if you want to speed it up. You know what I'm saying? Like, it's not like they did with Shadow of War, where they were like, well, we're going to increase the grind and make you feel like you need to buy the microtransactions. No, like, they created their game, built their game. Their game is what it is. And then they came in and they said, well, if you want to buy this stuff, you can buy this stuff and pay for it. Here it is. If you don't, you can still work through the game to get it. But it's not like we turned a 5-hour grind into like a 50-hour grind. You know what I'm saying? So
now basically what you're explaining to me, that it's still kind of a pay to convenience.
It's a pay to convenience, but not a pay to win. Yeah, right.
But like, the grind ain't bad anyway.
Right. It's just the natural game.
Okay.
You know, yeah. It's not like they were like developing the game and got to a certain point and said, well, if we increase the grinding on this and then throw in microtransactions, people will go to the microtransaction route. They were just like, here's the game, here's the natural grind, and if you want the pay to convenience, you can have it.
Okay.
Yeah. That's why I think their microtransactions is the best.
Okay.
It's not something you feel you need to pay for. You're not like, oh, and like, I have a blast when I'm playing Warframe. I highly recommend you download it, Matt, and you play it and check it out. Like, it is a tremendous amount of fun, but it's like awesome to the point where you're just like, I want to just play the game, you know? So.
Okay, so we're going to move on. Mark Harrison asks, food questions for you.
Deshaun.
It sounds like Moose loves Warframe for the reasons he hates Activision. I mean,
no, because Activision isn't like
it did exactly sound like
Activision is a pay to win. Warframe is not a pay to win.
You're paying for abilities to make yourself better to play the game. How is that any different from what Activision?
You don't have to pay to win.
You don't have to pay in Activision games.
I'm not. No. What I was saying.
We already had enough.
Just move on.
Yeah, this is the greatest debate. But thank you, Deshaun. I'm glad someone else said it. Food questions for you. What toppings go on your favorite? 1 burger, 2 burrito, 3 pasta, 4 nachos, 5 pizza.
Jesus Christ.
There's a lot to unpack. So we're just going to do quick fire, guys, because I'm
Burger.
approaching my heart.
I enjoy mustard, mayonnaise, and onions on my burger.
Good man. Caramelized or regular?
Why not either or?
I can do both.
Caramelized.
It depends on what I'm feeling.
Okay, I just want to know which one was his favorite. That's all. Moose burger.
Mayonnaise, relish, green peppers, and onions.
Yeah.
Relish.
Me, I like. I'm if I have to, like, my favorite burger is pretty standard. Ketchup, mustard, yellow mustard,
lettuce, tomato, onions,
and just I prefer pepper jack cheese to regular cheese. That's just me.
Okay.
Corey, your favorite burrito?
Well, when I go to Chipotle, I always get steak and chicken.
Yeah.
With the white rice and black beans.
Okay.
Hot salsa and corn.
Okay.
And double cheese.
Nice. Moose.
Sounds tasty right now, actually.
Favorite burrito? Jesus. That's a tough one. I'll go Chipotle, the vegetarian. I go with black beans and rice. And the reason I get the vegetarian is because I can get the guacamole on the side and only pay for chips. So I have something to dip my guacamole in.
Cool. For me, my favorite burrito in Philly here is at 12th Street Cantina at Reading Terminal. They do rice, your choice of black beans or refried beans. I do refried. Cheese, and then you can get the either hot sauce. I get both. And
either hot sauce, both. Just give me.
I'll get both, and then
I want to blow my ass out later.
I will do shredded chicken or ground beef.
I want the fire down below.
I do not do guacamole. That's just not my thing.
Okay.
And they also put sour cream in there, and it's basically the size of both of my fists together.
Yeah.
I have to not eat the night before I go there and just leave.
So, do you actually plan for it?
Oh yeah.
Okay. So you'll be I'm going for the burrito tomorrow.
I generally only get to go there if I'm ever called to jury duty. And that's my legit jury duty. So I'm not eating breakfast. I'm not eating.
How often do you get called to jury duty?
Well, it used to be pretty regular, believe it or not.
I was like, what? Wait, jury duty?
There was one time I got called 3 times in a year, and they're like, why do you keep showing up? You could just get out. I'm like, Reading Terminal's right there. I'm going for a burrito.
Okay, all right, okay.
And then, like, my jobs up to this point, because, like, they hated it when I got called for jury duty. I'm like, no, civic duty, gotta go. Reading Terminal, here I come. Okay, so we're gonna move to pasta. Corey, favorite pasta topping?
I don't like pasta.
Okay.
Shit.
That sucks.
I don't like Italian food. Like at all.
That's fair. I feel like you're lying, but
I'm not lying, I swear. I
You
can't.
don't like Italian food at all?
No, I can't.
Oh,
I can't.
Man.
The closest I'll get is like
I don't know what that life is like.
That's my wife. I'm in my life.
I do enjoy garlic bread, but I feel like that doesn't really count.
No, it doesn't.
I mean,
Jesus Christ.
Maybe in a broad, general suburban America sort of sense, but yeah, it doesn't really count. Moose, favorite pasta topping?
Parmesan cheese.
Okay. I mean, I will usually go with an aglio olio, and that's like an oil sort of base, garlic oil base, and then I usually prefer chicken.
Oh shit! You're throwing that in there too.
Topping, pasta is just the pasta.
See, like I'm so used to like my grandmother's pasta, and then that's my mom's. But my mom does like short spare ribs, and she like browns them on all sides, and then tosses them in the meat. And the fucking like her sauce cooks for like 12 plus hours, if not like 20. Like she just leaves it overnight and cooks for like a while. But oh, it's so good. But she'll do spare ribs, short spare ribs, and then like Parmesan on top of that is delicious.
Yeah.
Yes, you're right, Deshaun. I've been throwing a lot down tonight. Anyways, so
throw down, bro down.
So those are my toppings for pasta, but it's got to be a traditional marinara sauce. So,
what do y'all like on your nachos?
How about I'm gonna throw down, and I'm gonna go with fuck toppings on nachos. You got to start with the right nachos, okay? You go to Allentown, Pennsylvania. You go to the Chicken Lounge.
Those are not nachos.
Those are nachos, motherfucker.
No, they're not.
Yes, they are. They started out as nachos, and then they flavored them. Anyways, you go, you say, fuck nachos. You go to the Chicken Lounge in Allentown, Pennsylvania, and you get their nachos there.
Giant bowl of futility.
Like the small feeds up to 5 people. Jesus Christ.
God.
Matt tried to eat the large and he failed, people. I wish I took pictures for you.
Oh, I have pictures of it.
God, he took it to go just to throw it out so that the person wouldn't feel bad about it. But anyways,
so bad.
So like they make
the next couple of days.
They make their chicken nachos with Doritos, which is phenomenal. And then they put chicken on it, refried beans. I have no problem with lettuce, tomato, and onion on it. My wife hates lettuce on her Mexican food. I have no problem lettuce being in there. And then like a cheese of some type. Like it could be shredded cheese or it could be queso. I'm more happy if it's queso, but shredded cheese is just fine. And then some sour cream and guacamole. But yeah, the nachos order at the Chicken Lounge is just fucking awesome. I'm probably when I come to your wedding or Amanda's wedding, I will probably drive to Allentown one of those days I'm up that weekend and get an order of nachos at the Chicken Lounge.
Corey, nacho toppings?
I'm a pretty simple guy, guys. I like either some cheese or like maybe some beef and cheese.
Ooh.
You know, or
like ground beef.
Yeah.
Or are you talking steak? Like ground beef?
I mean both, but
both. Okay.
It doesn't really matter.
Okay.
Maybe some jalapenos on there.
Ooh.
And then or just some salty nachos with some pico de gallo.
Yeah. Yeah. Those are good.
So,
all right. So we've come to pizza. I feel like we've addressed this. Can we do this quickly?
We have pepperoni. I only like pepperoni on my pizza.
Green peppers and onions.
Unless it's a specialty pizza. Then I like barbecue chicken pizza or like stuff like that.
Specialty, I like multiple cheese pizzas for specialty. So multiple cheese pizzas for specialties. I had a 6 cheese pizza for dinner on Friday. That was awesome. And then green peppers and onions if it's an everyday pizza I'm getting.
Pepperoni, mushrooms, and black olives, and then specialty buffalo chicken. Next up, I'm going to save Samantha Cross's question for the next episode just because we're running kind of long.
Mm-hmm.
Okay, Samantha.
We can save the rest of the questions for next show.
What?
We can just save the rest of the questions.
Yeah, don't you have to go?
I do, but like I want to answer Deshaun's.
It's Deshaun Malone.
Yeah,
in the house.
Deshaun's
love you, Deshaun.
But Samantha Cross, your question requires some discussion, so I just feel like
how about we kick off the new year with an actual recording with her question. Let's do that.
Okay, that's fine.
Okay.
So Deshaun Malone, what's up, party people? What are some of your favorite Christmas games? How do y'all have a Merry Christmas?
Shit.
Well, Christmas games. Does this become a whether or not Die Hard's a Christmas movie situation?
No, just listen. Let's not have that fight. We've already fought enough this episode. Okay. We've already fought enough this episode.
Blue Stinger for Dreamcast.
What'd you say?
Blue Stinger. the times where I've played video games with people on the holidays has usually been it's like a party game of some sort. Like Jackbox is a good time. I mean, when I had Nintendo platforms before, it would be a Mario Party situation, or things like that. Something you could get everybody in, everybody laughing. That's what I would recommend. If I'm playing by myself, I'll play whatever I goddamn well want. Usually, whatever I got that holiday for Christmas. And then how do I have a Merry Christmas? Well, since I've been in healthcare, I've unfortunately worked most Christmases. And I actually prefer that. Keeps me away from the family. That's a problem.
The only person he loves is a significant other.
I love my family, but not at the holidays.
Ditto.
Ditto.
I'll go next. We don't play a lot of games at Christmas. We might break out Monopoly.
You play drinking games, don't lie.
No, I play drinking games. My family just doesn't know they're participating.
Yeah.
Having a happy holiday, just spending time with both sides of the family. I mean, I'm married, so I've got family through my wife. She's got family through me. And just trying to find that good balance between spending time with each side creates a Merry Christmas. We're both old enough to the point where we're like, we don't need presents.
Yeah.
Like, don't buy us presents. We don't expect presents when we come around. We don't want to, we're to the age where if we need something, we're going to fucking buy it ourselves, And that's the problem, is like dealing with the stress of like buying, a lot of people presents. Now, understandably so, I have two nieces from my brother, and she has a niece and nephew from her sister. And so I have no problem buying presents for them because they just don't know. You know what I mean? But everybody else is above the age of 21 that we really interact with. And it's like, go buy what you want. Hey, yeah, if you want to hang out for the holidays and we'll have a party, that's fine. Like, usually my mom does Christmas Eve, and then we go up to the farm for Christmas Day. But this year we're trying to reverse it because my brother only gets my nieces every other Christmas Day. So he has them Christmas Day this year, and so he's trying to get us to celebrate then instead of Christmas Eve. And so it's just entertaining, but it's just. It's just trying to work through the stresses of getting with your family and celebrating and having a good time and just, being like, hey, what's up?
Corey?
I already told you, Blue Stinger for Dreamcast.
How do you have a Merry Christmas? Blue Stinger for Dreamcast?
Yeah. No, we're going over to my mom's for Christmas and kind of just hang out, and now the baby's around and everybody's excited to see the baby. And just
do you
my mom never makes like traditional Christmas food though. Like one year she made like this big stromboli thing, but it was taco insides instead of pizza insides. So it was like,
it's pizza inside.
What?
No, taco.
I mean, it's basically same stuff that's in pizza.
No, see, like, here's the thing. He said taco. Now you're throwing out pizza. Here's my thing. Like, is there a tradition? Like, what do you gotta have to have a traditional Christmas meal?
Like people usually cook like ham and
turkey,
potatoes and turkey and
it's like Thanksgiving all over again. Yes, exactly. That's what I'm saying.
People feel obligated to eat instead of what they really want to eat, which is tacos and pizza.
Here's my thing. How about we just have a fucking Italian Christmas? Let's bake some baked ziti, chicken parmesan, pasta.
Well, that's how I grew up.
Why the fuck does it have to be turkey and ham? Like, what the fuck is that bullshit? Hey, let's have something different for once.
Yeah.
Ugh. Anyways. Sorry, Deshaun. I kind of rained on your parade.
I'm pretty sure he's happy we're answering his question. At least I hope he's happy.
I hope he's happy. I hope he's having a wonderful evening.
Yeah, we've definitely been entertaining. And lastly, this is a couple rapid fires from Eric Lamancusa. Cake or pie? I'm gonna answer first. Pie, because cheesecake's a pie.
All right, so pie. Favorite pie?
Mm-hmm. Cake or pie?
Cake.
Now wait a second. So we're either going cake or pie, and then what is our favorite version of either?
No, he said cake or pie. That's his question. I said pie because cheesecake's a pie. That's what I said.
Fuck.
That was just my answer.
That's rough.
Nobody
cake or
likes
pie. Cake or pie. Cake or pie.
Nobody likes pie.
You like pie. Don't lie.
Everybody likes cake.
You like pie.
I'm gonna have to say, fuck you both. The sour cherry pie that my mother makes is fucking phenomenal, and she made it for my birthday this past year, and I hope she makes it for my 40th, which is next year. And so, quick side story: my mom makes coffee chocolate cake with homemade frosting, which is phenomenal, and it's either between that cake or the cherry pie. In my later years, I'd rather have the cherry pie than the chocolate cake. So, yeah.
And then he also asks, chocolate or peanut butter? There's no or. It's both. As far as
I agree. I agree. It's both. It's both.
What's your problem now, Corey?
What?
I don't like peanut butter.
He said he can't?
Oh, gee.
I can't.
He can't. Matt. We're going rogue next year. We can't.
Doesn't like Italian food, doesn't like peanut butter. I don't know you anymore, Corey.
So gross. Oh,
am I talking to my wife? Well, she likes peanut butter. She just doesn't like Italian food.
Well, see, the funny thing is, like, I went on before I met Reba, I went on a date with a girl who said she did not like Italian food, and she said she'd prefer to go out for Mexican. And I said, fine, we'll go out for Mexican. She got everything that's literally in Italian food on her plate, except like pasta. Like that was it. It was everything that she would get in an Italian meal except pasta on her plate. I'm like, all of that, it's basically an Italian food too. They're like, no, but this is Mexican. I'm like,
I agree with her.
I'm like, you have beef, you have tomatoes, you have cheese, you have spices. I'm pretty sure there's some garlic on there. Like you have.
When I go to Taco Bell, I only get tacos with only meat and cheese.
This fucking guy.
Basically Italian food.
This fucking guy.
It's funny how much you want to just cling to something. I mean, I'm not going to sit here and dissect all that. I just think that's a funny little anecdote. That's all. So Samantha Cross, you will be our first question next time out. This has been 2018, and we are beginning 2019.
Yeah,
because of when this goes up. Mm-hmm. So, which we found out mid-show, but that's cool. My name is Matthew Keel. You can find me at infinite_rewind. Every social media platform I choose to accept. That's Twitter, Twitch, Instagram, PSN. And soon, or actually by the time this goes up, you will have seen both of my pieces for my favorite albums of 2018 and my favorite games of 2018 on ngrradio.com. So happy New Year, everybody. Moose, where can we find you?
Everywhere.
All right.
That was awesome. And dark at the same time.
You can find me at Svhenn on PSN, Twitter, Instagram. You can also reach out to me, Jeff and Jason. You can tweet us at NG_platinum on Twitter. You can also email us at nerdsgoneplatinum@gmail.com. You can also watch us, come and hang out in the chat on Tuesday nights. We usually go live around 9 p.m. Eastern Standard Time. So that's, on the Eastern Seaboard. Figure out, do the math, talk to Google, figure out what time that is for you. And then the show goes live for podcast listening and or video on Thursday mornings. But that's where you can find me.
Corey, take us home, sir.
All right, I guess I can do that.
Great. So glad
You can find me at CoreyandHD86 on Twitter and Instagram. You can find me at CoreyandHD on Twitch.tv. You can also find me on Nintendo Power Block, where we are giving away Travis Strikes Again, No More Heroes for Nintendo Switch.
Yeah.
All you have to do is email us at nintendopowerblock@gmail.com and subscribe to the YouTube page. You can find that show every Tuesday at 7 a.m. Eastern Time on your podcast service of choice and on YouTube. All that good stuff. Thank you for watching Nerds Gone Rogue. You can find it every Monday at 7 a.m. Eastern Time. Check out our B-sides with community Game of the Year content that Matt put together. It's very nice. Very, very nice. Almost 4 hours of content between those two shows. So it's a good time. Subscribe to the B-sides. It is a on podcast services. You can also subscribe to youtube.com/NGRradio and find all of our content on NGRradio.com. You can email a question to the show at ngrradiopodcast@gmail.com and follow us on Twitter at NerdsGoneRogue and on Instagram at NerdsGoneRogue_official and all that stuff. I guess that's it. Thank you guys so much for watching. And until next time, we love you.
Banana and out.